Hi, Ellie Weber, Kabbalah Guru. Welcome back to my channel. I seem to be having some technical difficulties today. What else is new? There's nobody to talk to. Everything is AI, so we have to just do the best we can. It's a very strange situation. But I think this really leads into the Parsha. I'm going to talk about the Parsha today and about the calendar, about the Jewish calendar, and the Torah portions that are coming up and the subjects. I really think you can really tell what's going on by the Torah portion of the day. And that's what the Alter Rebbe said, live with the times. He meant live with the Torah portion. So I have some interesting, amazing, coincidental, you want to call it coincidental, synchronistic. It's really like everything is in Torah. Torah is the blueprint for life. Anyway, please like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so I can send you other videos. Take my Kabbalah course. Come to our live meetings Wednesday and Sunday, 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. Take my Kabbalah course below. It'll introduce you to the language of consciousness. Donate to the channel if you like. And let's rock. I'm going to start with an overview of the Parshas, of the Torah portions that are coming up and like why it's important. And I just want to say one other thing and that is today there's a protest. I'm a public school teacher who's been teaching for 20 years. I didn't want to get the medical treatment, so my job, they said, I don't have a job, I can't apply for unemployment, and I'm not allowed to get another job. So, okay, so that's like, this is really like kind of fits in with the Parsha, but today we're having a protest, and the protest is called Protect the Children. And that's what this is all about, in the Torah portion as well. In the Torah portion, okay, I'm just going to give you a summary. So God tells Jacob, time to leave, time to go, man. And this is what it's all about for the whole planet. It's time to leave Mitzrayim. It's time to leave the place of constriction, the matrix that has had us penned in, and now they're trying to farm it out to AI so that there's nobody to talk to. This is like a great plan, but I don't think it's going to work out well for them, because through all of this, through this last episode they've had, usually they have a big war, but the president decided that this wasn't really the best way to move forward, to kill a lot of young men, and then they would finance both sides. This is the enemy. We can clearly see the enemy. The enemy is the Fed. The enemy is the deep state. The enemy is these people who are not protecting the children. They are dumbing them down through education, through medical treatment, and now they want to whatever. I don't even want to say it. So anyway, I'm going to probably post this on the parts that are too controversial for YouTube. I'll put on Rumble, and maybe the AI over there is a little more sympathetic to my ideas. Anyway, so we're in Vayetze, and we're leaving. Jacob left, his comfort zone. He went to Haran, and he dealt with Lavan. And the thing that really strikes me, like on a personal level, is Jacob says to Lavan, "You've changed the rules 50 times. Every time first I say, I'll only give you I'll take the speckled sheep, and then you say, no, I want the speckled sheep. Then you say, I'll only take the ones that have ankled, and this has been my career in the Department of Education, and it was 20 years, just like Jacob. 20 years of this nonsense of changing the rules. I'm like, I know what education is about. I know how to reach other people, but you're not using the Danielson rubric. You're not doing it this way. It's just been a continual struggle. So eventually, we have to leave and we have to form new. And I think that's what this is all about. We can clearly see the enemy. Okay, so in the calendar, so this week we're dealing with Jacob. And finally, at the end of the Parsha, Jacob leaves Lavan. He takes all his children, all his wives, and he loads them up, and they leave. And Lavan chases them, and God tells Lavan, don't mess with Jacob, man. Just, be cool. And they meet together, and Lavan accuses him of stealing all his kids, his grandkids, and his daughters. And Jacob said, "Look, man, you changed my wages 50,000 times every time I was ahead, and that's like me. I'm sure, I mean, my case is individual. I've had this experience with the Department of Education. I'm sure a lot of you are in the same boat. They have changed the rules on me 1,000 times. Who makes off? Who really makes the big money? It's all the book deals they have. The children don't see the money. They get a little bit as filtered through, but it's like, it's not, for them, it's not about the children, it's about the money. Anyway, so Jacob leaves with his wives and his children. Lavan catches up with him, and God tells Lavan, don't mess with Jacob. So they make a treaty, and kumbaya, they're good to go. And Jacob, remember, Jacob is still leaving Esau, he's running away. So in the next chapter, next week, Esau, sorry, my pronunciation, in V'yishlach, and then the week after, the 27th, that's the Shabbos, we celebrate this, but the week from the 21st to the 27th is when Jacob gets to retire, but it's not really such a comfortable retirement because he has this whole situation with Joseph. And, that's really the upcoming thing with Joseph. And then we go into Hanukkah, a time of great liberation. So I think there's tremendous hope. We can clearly see what the enemy is up to. And we know this is all about the kids. There's no way you can fake this one. And, we know what's going on the planet with kids, with 1 million kids going missing every year. Where do they go? I'll leave you to do your own research on this. I put hints yesterday. I showed pictures of, all kinds of things that, that are coming through on Telegram. But, if we live in a world that doesn't respect the children, that doesn't really have the children's best interests in mind, what kind of a world is this? Just like the Department of Education is one of their mouthpieces, so too you can see it in every piece of government. And the first thing, Trump gave a big speech yesterday, or the president gave a big speech yesterday, and he said, we're going to win. There's no question we're going to win, but we have to clean up, the polling situation has to be improved, has to be kosher. We have to have an alignment with honesty. And this is what it's all about, man. We're returning to God. Just like Jacob is going back to godliness, so too with all of us. We are really seeing the truth. Now, Lavan was an idol worshiper, and I think this really, fits in so neatly with what's going on today. You can't just live for money. You can't just say, I'm going to do whatever it takes, and I'm just going to, the ends justify the means. They've been doing that to us for 6,000 years with Moilech. Put your kids in the fire and you'll make a lot of money. You'll do well. It's like nothing has changed. Here we are in, 2021, going on to 2022. And the number 22, by the way, represents completion. So we're coming to a completion, and we're coming into a Jubilee year. I believe everything is really moving forward in this amazing way. I was going to read a little bit from the Parsha, but I think I've summarized it pretty well. I would recommend everyone get this book for yourself. In the Show More, I tell you how you can get it. It's a Keyhouse edition, but the translation in English is revolutionary. It really translates the Old Testament so it's understandable. We know we can go by this, okay? We don't have any problem. Jewish people, Islamic people start with Genesis. The Christian people, we're all in alignment with this, and we're all in alignment. The Jewish people are in alignment with the idea that if non-Jews follow the Noahide laws, which, again, I put links down below you could check out the Noahide laws. There's 7 Noahide laws. The Jews have 10 commandments. It's not so simple, for those of you who really like to dig, you can really spend a lot of time. There's, the Noahide laws, there's a lot to it. And if you need help, I have people that, would love to discuss it with you. I have 2 rabbis right now that are that are open to communications with people. So there's a lot. You have to really do your own research, and you have to move yourself forward. You have to grab the opportunities. So I'm offering you opportunities. You can reach out to me. I can hook you up with some very, very amazing people. But that's really it. I mean, we just, we have to know that, it's like God told Jacob, it's time to go, man. It's time to leave Mitzrayim. It's time to leave the narrow place. It's time to leave the debt slavery. It's time to leave this educational slavery, medical slavery, political slavery. And I believe, in a way, because I know there's a lot of controversy around the blockchain, but I think they're going to go to a blockchain voting system, and that should really make things a little more, people think, people say that like the blockchain is going to enslave us. Well, we're already enslaved. So, but the blockchain will keep everybody honest. It'll mean the big banks will know exactly what they're doing. If they won't be able to take suitcases of cash and spread them all over the world, or pallets of cash and bring them to Iran. I mean, this kind of thing, the way they launder money and all this other illegal, the way they destroy the educational system, they destroy the medical system, the way, doctors make you sick, educators make you dumb. I mean, does any of this make sense? No, but the good news is that first of all, you are the only one in the history of creation that can really vibrate with your frequency and sing your song. You are very important. You're an essential piece of the puzzle that, you must know how important you are. This is something they've been hiding from us, of how powerful we are as human beings, as people who have feelings and thoughts. And they say some kind of Stargate opened up on the 11th of November, yesterday. So I think the whole vibe on the planet is changing. The evil forces are being scattered to the wind. They're being exposed, and they cannot survive in the light. People are saying there's a new light on the planet. There's a new, the sun looks different to people. The evil ones will not be able to survive in the light of godliness. And the righteous will be healed by this light, will be healed by, the goodness of the system moving forth. So, do not be discouraged. This is a time of celebration. This is the Great Awakening. This is the era of Mashiach. The Rebbe said, all you have to do is open your eyes and you'll see that Mashiach is here now. Okay, so that's it. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so I can send you other videos. Take my Kabbalah course, all the rest. Come to our live meeting Sunday, 7:45. I'm doing it on YouTube now. It's just a lot easier. We have to watch what we say. But I think this whole thing, I think with Trump's new platform is going to come in February. I see a lot of good news. We have the votes to do whatever we want. We just have to make sure the voting system is legit, is on the up and up. And we're leaving the era of really pagan worship, of worshiping the devil. It's really, it sounds like just a bizarre movie, but that's really what these people are really about. And moving into an era of godliness where we'll be able to directly contact God. You won't need this book in those days. We still will use this book, but you'll be able to talk one-to-one with the Force, and it's all going to be good. So anyway, have a great day. We're going into Shabbos, so I won't see you till Sunday. May the Force be with you, and God bless.